Morning.
What can you tell us about your lineup? Does it look like Max Guenette is going to debut tonight, season debut?
Yeah, I think, as you know, we played with 5D last game, so a little difficult. So I think, I guess he's played well in Belleville and played last night, so he'll be in our lineup tonight.
With Zub, has it become maybe more serious than you thought initially, the fact that it looks like he's missing boost right now? Or?
No, hopefully, we hope that he's ready for the next game. It's, kind of day to day, and just so it's difficult to know, but hopefully he'll be ready next game.
What do you know about Max? Personally, what have you gotten to know just in the days? I know just at morning skate, but
yeah, I think reports from our coaching staff and our management staff that he has some offensive ability, moves the puck well as a D, and has done a good job defending. Plays on the second power play in Belleville. I understand he had a good training camp this year here, so he's a young defenseman that's going to get an opportunity to play at the NHL level.
Jacques, Columbus coach Pascal Vincent said after the game on Tuesday that it was very apparent to him that you guys had changed your defensive structure and they were having a difficult time adjusting to it. I'm wondering, what's the level of implementation that you're seeing and then buy-in from your players?
Well, I think a lot of it doesn't really, you can play different systems. Some, teams have different defensive system. I don't think to me, it doesn't matter what system you use. What you need to have is a buy-in and an implementation of, working together, understanding the system, and being committed. Like to me, the difference between defense and offense, you need some skills to score goals. And that's where, players that are more skilled usually are going to be more productive. To me, defense, it's about commitment. It's about willingness to pay the price, to block shot, to be in the position. It's about battling. It's about being on the right side in the defensive zone. So it's about being engaged more than skill level. And I think with our team, I would say that like in the last 10 games, that's been a big difference. I think that one of the issue in the early part, I don't think that we had the same commitment. We had commitment with the puck, but I think a lot of these young players didn't have the same commitment without the puck. They were playing more like a hoping game, hoping to get the puck instead of working at retrieving the puck and battling to get the puck back. And you look at teams that win championship, you got to play both sides of the puck. And if you don't, you're not going to win on a regular basis. The league's too good.
And you've always been a guy, Jacques, who you're not against creativity, right?
No, not at all.
If you play the right way.
Yeah. And I think, it's funny because, I was out of the game the last couple of years, and I saw Florida play a lot. And 2 years ago when they won the President's Cup, they had a great offensive team, but I knew that they wouldn't win in the playoff because they didn't check. They scored goals. They won games 6-5, 7-3. And then they won one round and got beat 4 straight by Tampa. And then they made a big trade and they changed the coaching staff and they became a team that's probably one of the better teams in the National Hockey League right now. And it took them time. It took them half a year last year, and they almost missed the playoff. But, they're a team now, even in the early part of the season. I saw them play often without Ekblad, without Montour, probably 2 of their best defensemen, and they didn't miss a beat because they competed and the forwards played the right way, and they have success.
Jacques, when you took over as interim, one of the things you really wanted to see from this team was an increase in confidence. And now that you've got your longest win streak of the season, have you noticed a difference in the spirit of the team and their lightness?
Yeah, definitely. I think, there's a lot more life. I think when I came, this team played with a lot of passion, a lot of emotion. And I think, you got to give a lot of credit to the previous coach. I think DJ was a a very passionate person, a very emotional person, and a lot of time teams take the identity or of their coach, and to me that's a good thing. I don't want them to ever lose that passion and that emotion. You need to have that. I thought the area that they struggle is that they didn't manage the game very well. You know, like their emotion took at the best out of them instead of being more control emotion. Because in a game, there's some highs and lows. There's some times, you know, like you think you should score, you miss an open net, and you can get frustrated, and you can't lose sight of how you need to play. And so I think having, you know, to me, a change in the mindset had to happen. And to me, probably the biggest thing is, and I give credit to the players, you know, they had to make at some point a commitment to playing away from the puck. You know, and it's still, you know, a battle. It's still work, you know, we need to get better at. It's still, you know, winning individual battles and trying to get players to play within their strength. You know, each player is different. They bring different dimensions. And to get them to play every night to their strength, that's the challenge of the coaches, and in order to get the best results.
Is that a chat you ever had with them?
Hmm?
Is that a chat you've had with them about you can continue playing?
Players?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
continue playing the way you're playing, but
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not having success?
Yeah, definitely. Like even from the first game, like the first period I coached this team when I took over Arizona, the first period was one of the best periods we ever played. I couldn't believe how good we were in the offensive zone. And then the second period, for whatever reason, I could feel on the bench guys were getting tight. You know, we're missing passes. Third period, we're skating in the sand. We lost the game. You know, so I addressed it the next day. I mean, like, you know, you got to learn to manage a game. You got to learn to cherish the moment. You got to play in the moment. You know, you got to enjoy the competition. You got to enjoy life. You know, and the same thing. Like I talked to them. I mean, I've told them at one point after a while. You know, I was honest with them. I was emotional about it because I really like our guys. I think they're great kids, but they weren't progressing like they should. And I was blunt with them. I said, you know, like I'm an old man. I've been in this league for 35 years, and I'll tell you right now, if you don't make a commitment to playing without the puck, you're never going to win. And you've got great skill or great talent, so it's up to you. I mean, you know, at some point you've got to learn lessons from game to game, and I give them the credit. You know, I think that they've grown, and it's congratulations to them. Making that commitment, playing within the structure, and you know, you're going to get some results. Doesn't mean you're going to win every night. Every team's good in this league, and every night it's a battle. And that's the other aspect that, you know, you got to work at is showing up every night and competing and playing hard.
Jacques, Benoit Giroux was here yesterday, or he's probably here today as well, watching his son play for the Ducks. I noticed you guys were sitting in the stands together. What's your relationship with him, and what's that chat like?
Well, like Ben, I hired Benoit Giroux to when I was general manager in Florida. Ben coached my American League team in Rochester for 2 years. So, you know, I've always had a good relationship. He's from the area. He coached in Gatineau when I was coaching here in Ottawa. And then he worked for me when I was in Florida. So, you know, we just, I knew he was coming down to see his son play in Montreal and then coming here to play. So, you know, we just had a kind of chance to catch up to see what he's been doing this year. And so it was a nice conversation as friends.
You mentioned about the growth of your team, Jacques. Does it amaze you that, like, for all the talk of, you know, the game's never been faster, the players have never been more skilled, more well-trained, like the commitment to checking that you mentioned, like, it still seems to trump all now the same way it did 30, 40 years ago when you first got it?
Yeah, like, you know, there's different ways to win the cup, and, you know, teams are usually are copycat. But I think when you look at a team like Vegas last year, it's a good example that, they won the cup. You could say maybe they have one star, but they really won the cup as a team. They made, they had tremendous defense and forwards, a lot of depth. So I think that it's always going to be, checking's going to be part of the game, and there's nothing wrong because it takes nothing from your offense. It probably creates more offense, but it's more demanding. It's more difficult to play that way. And, in order to have some success, there's some sacrifice to be made.
Quand on parlait de Bayern tantôt, c'était rendu à une occasion où il manque 5 victoires de suite comme ça. Tu es rendu à dire que ton club va retrouver justement l'identité et ce qu'on veut être comme équipe pour le long run.
Mais je pense que c'est toujours un travail qui progresse. C'est sûr que c'est plus encourageant d'avoir des victoires. Puis je pense que c'est important pour les joueurs d'avoir quelque chose qui démontre l'effort qu'ils apportent au match leur amène de bons résultats. Donc je pense que c'est important d'avoir ça. Mais c'est toujours quand même un défi d'être prêt à chaque soir, peu importe l'adversaire.
Tu vas incorporer un gars comme Max Guenette, probablement pas une première, justement, d'incorporer. C'est un conseil à donner, puisque ce qu'on voudrait voir, c'est Max Guenette, c'est sûr.
Mais je pense que c'est important pour lui de jouer selon ses forces, de ne pas changer sa game, parce que c'est la Ligue nationale. De jouer comme c'est un joueur qui peut bien déplacer la rondelle, qui lit le jeu, supporter l'attaque, bien défendre. C'est que le jeu est probablement plus rapide, mais de ne pas changer son jeu, de ne pas essayer de faire les choses différemment ici.
Play. What was your relationship like with him when you were coached by him?
No, it's great. We still have a relationship together, and we talk once in a while. But having a chance to play against his son is kind of weird, as he was about 7, 8 years old. I think when I used to get on the ice with him in the summers, and it's gonna be pretty cool to play against him.
What was he like when you did get on the ice with him when he was 7 years old?
Yeah, it's hard to say, but he was obviously, you can see he had a lot of skills, and he had a lot of great coaching by his dad, I'm sure. So I'm not surprised he's up here.
It seemed like a really light mood on the ice today. How would you describe morning skate?
Yeah, I just trying to feel the puck. Some of us didn't go on the ice yesterday, so just feel the puck, and I feel the energy. We got to keep our energy for tonight. It's going to be a good test for us. They had a bad loss in Montreal last game, so they're going to be ready to go.
Would his son be someone like, did you keep kind of tabs on him as he grew up, going through the different stages of his playing career? Or?
Well, when he played juniors and played the American League, I kind of check up his stats once in a while, and I know he played a few games this year, and just trying to be on the internet and kind of see how he's doing, but to actually have a chance to play with him, I think it's going to be great.
Ready to go here? You got the call last night, I'm assuming?
Yeah, no, ready to go. It went pretty fast, but no, I'm just excited to be here, and it's going to be a good night.
How would you describe the season so far for you?
It's been pretty good for me, I think. Been offensive a little bit more in the first half, but no, I think my game got better defensively. Maybe more mature, more assertive on the ice, but no, I think it went pretty good so far this year.
How does this call-up this year compare to the one you got for that one game last year?
I think last year was maybe a little bit more special because of my first game. But no, I'm just excited to be here. It went pretty fast, like I said. Like I played last night in Belleville and drove this morning, so no, it's overwhelming a little bit. But no, I'm just glad to be here.
Given the circumstances, how do you prepare? Do you prepare any differently for tonight with the 24-hour kind of fiasco?
Not really. I'm kind of used to play 2-2 in Belleville in the AHL, but no, I think the adrenaline will kick in tonight, and I'll be ready.
What will be your main focus going through this game here?
Just to play my game, be solid defensively, not give much, talk to my partner. I think I played a couple of times with Brandy, and it's always been great with me, talks with me. So I think it will be a challenge, but it's gonna be fun.
I feel like you've had a pretty good year down there, Max. AHL All-Star and such.
Yeah, no, it went pretty good. I think I got good minutes down there, playing a solid role too, and getting that opportunity to be an All-Star too. It's just a great nomination. It's something I can add to my resume, but no, it's just to have a game here. It's my goal.
What would you say the biggest improvements have been in your game this year compared to maybe a year ago?
I think defensively I'm maybe more solid. I'm trying to add a little bit more toughness to my game too. I'm a pretty big guy, but I think I lack maybe more just the physical side of my game. But no, I think it got better this year. I'm just trying to improve, be better without the puck.
Max, you mentioned you played a couple times with Brandstrom. I'm assuming that was in the AHL. What is that relationship like? And do you expect it, to carry on a bit of chemistry tonight?
Maybe, I think at first, my first camp here with Ottawa, when I was 18, I played with him 3 games, I think. So no, it was a long time ago, I think. Not too bad, but no, it's just he's a great guy. He talks with me, help me on the ice, even in practice in the morning skate. Like he's really great, and no, I'm just looking forward to play tonight with him.